Chapter 8. And the Lord said to Moses, Take Aaron, and his sons with him, and the robes and the holy oil and the ox of the sin offering and the 2 male sheep and the basket of unleavened bread, and let all the people come together at the door of the tent of meeting. And Moses did as the Lord said, and all the people came together at the door of the tent of meeting. And Moses said to the people, This is what the Lord has given orders to be done. Then Moses took Aaron and his sons, and after washing them with water, he put the coat on him, making it tied with its band, and then the robe, and over it the ephod, with its band of needlework to keep it in place. And he put the priest's bag on him, and in the bag he put the Urim and Thummim. And on his head he put the headdress, and in front of the headdress the plate of gold, the holy crown, as the Lord gave orders to Moses. And Moses took the holy oil and put it on the house and on all the things in it, to make them holy. 7 times he put oil on the altar and on all its vessels, and on the washing basin at its base, to make them holy. And some of the oil he put on Aaron's head, to make him holy. Then he took Aaron's sons, clothing them with the coats, and putting the bands round them, and the headdresses on their heads, as the Lord had given him orders. And he took the ox of the sin offering, and Aaron and his sons put their hands on the head of the ox, and he put it to death. And Moses took the blood and put it on the horns of the altar and round it with his finger, and made the altar clean, draining out the blood at the base of the altar. So he made it holy, taking away what was unclean. And he took all the fat on the inside parts, and the fat on the liver, and the 2 kidneys with their fat, to be burned on the altar. But the ox, with its skin and its flesh and its waist, was burned with fire outside the tent circle, as the Lord gave orders to Moses. And he put the male sheep of the burnt offering before the Lord, and Aaron and his sons put their hands on its head, and he put it to death. And Moses put some of the blood on and round the altar. And when the sheep had been cut into parts, the head and the parts and the fat were burned by Moses, and the inside parts and the legs were washed with water, and all the sheep was burned by Moses on the altar. It was a burnt offering for a sweet smell. It was an offering made by fire to the Lord, as the Lord gave orders to Moses. And he put the other sheep before the Lord, the sheep with which they were made priests, and Aaron and his sons put their hands on the head of the sheep, and he put it to death. And Moses took some of the blood and put it on the point of Aaron's right ear and on the thumb of his right hand and on the great toe of his right foot. Then he took Aaron's sons, and Moses put some of the blood on the point of their right ears and on the thumbs of their right hands and on the great toes of their right feet, and Moses put the blood on and round the altar. And he took the fat, and the fat tail, and the fat on the inside parts, and the fat on the liver, and the 2 kidneys with their fat, and the right leg, and out of the basket of unleavened bread which was before the Lord he took 1 unleavened cake, and 1 cake of bread with oil on it, and 1 thin cake, and put them on the fat and on the right leg, and he put them all on the hands of Aaron and on the hands of his sons, waving them for a wave offering before the Lord. And Moses took them from their hands, and they were burned on the altar on the burnt offering, as a priest's offering for a sweet smell, an offering made by fire to the Lord. And Moses took the breast, waving it for a wave offering before the Lord. It was Moses' part of the sheep of the priest's offering, as the Lord gave orders to Moses. And Moses took some of the holy oil and of the blood which was on the altar and put it on Aaron and on his robes, and on his sons and on his sons' robes, and made Aaron holy, and his robes and his sons' robes with him. And Moses said to Aaron and to his sons, The flesh is to be cooked in water at the door of the tent of meeting, and there you were to take it as food, together with the bread in the basket, as I have given orders, saying, It is the food of Aaron and his sons. And that which is over of the flesh and of the bread is to be burned with fire. And you are not to go out from the door of the tent of meeting for 7 days, till the days for making you priest are ended, for this will be the work of 7 days. What has been done this day, has been ordered by the Lord to take away your sin. And you are to keep watch for the Lord at the door of the tent of meeting day and night for 7 days, so that death may not come to you, for so he has given me orders. And Aaron and his sons did all the things about which the Lord had given orders through Moses. Chapter 9. And on the 8th day Moses sent for Aaron and his sons and the responsible men of Israel, and he said to Aaron, Take a young ox for a sin offering and a male sheep for a burnt offering, without a mark, and make an offering of them before the Lord. And say to the children of Israel, Take a he-goat for a sin offering, and a young ox and a lamb, in their first year, without any mark on them, for a burnt offering, and an ox and a male sheep for peace offerings, to be put to death before the Lord, and a meal offering mixed with oil, for this day you are to see the Lord. And they took the things ordered by Moses, before the tent of meeting, and all the people came near, waiting before the Lord. And Moses said, This is what the Lord has said you are to do, and you will see the glory of the Lord. And Moses said to Aaron, Come nearer to the altar and make your sin offering and your burnt offering to take away your sin and the sin of the people, and make the people's offering to take away their sin, as the Lord has given orders. So Aaron came near to the altar and put to death the ox for the sin offering for himself, and the sons of Aaron gave him the blood, and he put his finger in the blood and put it on the horns of the altar, draining out the blood at the base of the altar. But the fat and the kidneys and the fat on the liver of the sin offering were burned by him on the altar as the Lord gave orders to Moses. And the flesh and the skin were burned with fire outside the tent circle, and he put to death the burnt offering. And Aaron's sons gave him the blood, and he put some of it on and round the altar, and they gave him the parts of the burnt offering, in their order, and the head, to be burned on the altar. And the inside parts and the legs, when they had been washed with water, were burned on the burnt offering on the altar. And he made an offering for the people, and took the goat of the sin offering for the people and put it to death, offering it for sin, in the same way as the first. And he took the burnt offering, offering it in the ordered way, and he put the meal offering before the Lord, and taking some of it in his hand he had it burned on the altar, separately from the burnt offering of the morning. And he put to death the ox and the sheep, which were the peace offerings for the people, and Aaron's sons gave him the blood, and he put some of it on and round the altar. And as for the fat of the ox and the fat tail of the sheep and the fat covering the inside parts and the kidneys and the fat on the liver, they put the fat on the breasts, and the fat was burned on the altar. And Aaron took the breasts and the right leg, waving them for a wave offering before the Lord, as Moses gave orders. And Aaron, lifting up his hands to the people, gave them a blessing, and he came down from offering the sin offering, and the burnt offering, and the peace offerings. And Moses and Aaron went into the tent of meeting, and came out and gave the people a blessing, and the glory of the Lord was seen by all the people. And fire came out from before the Lord, burning up the offering on the altar and the fat. And when all the people saw it, they gave a loud cry, falling down on their faces. Chapter 10. And Nadab and Abihu, the sons of Aaron, took their vessels and put fire in them and perfume, burning strange fire before the Lord, which he had not given them orders to do. And fire came out from before the Lord, burning them up and causing their destruction before the Lord. Then Moses said to Aaron, This is what the Lord said, I will be holy in the eyes of all those who come near to me, and I will be honored before all the people. And Aaron said nothing. And Moses sent for Mishael and Elzaphan, the sons of Uzziel, the brother of Aaron's father, and said to them, Come near and take your brothers away from before the holy place, outside the tent circle. So they came and took them, in their coats, outside the tent circle, as Moses had said. And Moses said to Aaron and to Eleazar and Itamar, his sons, Do not let your hair be loose, and give no signs of grief, so that death may not overtake you, and his wrath come on all the people. But let there be weeping among your brothers and all the house of Israel for this burning of the Lord's fire. And do not go out from the door of the tent of meeting, or death will come to you, for the holy oil of the Lord is on you. And they did as Moses said. And the Lord said to Aaron, Take no wine, or strong drink, you or your sons with you, when you go into the tent of meeting, that it may not be the cause of death to you. This is an order forever through all your generations. And make a division between the holy and the common, and between the unclean and the clean, teaching the children of Israel all the laws which the Lord has given them by the hand of Moses. And Moses said to Aaron and to Eleazar and Itamar, his sons who are still living, Take the rest of the meal offering from the offerings of the Lord made by fire, and take it for your food, without leaven, at the side of the altar, for it is most holy. It is to be for your food in a holy place, because it is your right and your son's right, from the offerings of the Lord made by fire, for so am I ordered. And the breast which is waved and the leg which is lifted up on high, you are to take as your food in a clean place, you and your sons and your daughters with you, for they are given to you as your right and your son's right, from the peace offerings of the children of Israel. Let them take the breast which is waved and the leg which is lifted up on high, with the fat of the burnt offering, to be waved for a wave offering before the Lord, and this will be for you and for your sons with you, for a right forever, as the Lord has given orders. And Moses was looking for the goat of the sin offering, but it was burned, And he was angry with Eleazar and Itamar, the sons of Aaron, who were still living, saying, "Why did you not make a meal of the sin offering in the holy place? For it is most holy, and he has given it to you, so that the sin of the people may be put on it, to take away their sin before the Lord. See, its blood was not taken into the holy place. Certainly it was right for you to have taken it as food in the holy place, as I gave orders." And Aaron said to Moses, "You have seen that today they have made their sin offering and their burnt offering before the Lord, and such things as these have come on me. If I had taken the sin offering as food today, would it have been pleasing to the Lord?" And after hearing this, Moses was no longer angry.